everybody, my name is Anne. Welcome to my sewing room and to my very first YouTube video. I'm glad you're all here. I have been contemplating making this video, this collection series of YouTube videos that I have in mind for a while now, so it's a little bit daunting to today's the day, sit down, make video number 1 and release it and just let it go, because you can't have a video 2 without a video 1. And so everyone has a video 1, so just sit down and do it and just do the best you can. So I'm going to just start off a little bit telling you who I am and what I'm doing on YouTube. I own a small business that I started a couple of years ago, just like a little side hustle, where I make barrettes and hair clips. And I'll show you, this is just some that I was working on for an order that I brought up. So there's, oh no, how great. You can see this. So these are herringbone. This one's on a black clip actually, and this one's on a gold. And these are just some white long ones that I'm doing for a wedding. And then this one's also herringbone, but it's green. And then this one is just it's a clippy clip. I love it. I'm actually wearing one of these. This is not for an order. This is just for me. And I'm wearing one right now. My bangs. But so I have a barrette business. I've been making barrettes now for a couple of years. I'm at this impasse with them. It's do I take my small business and just keep it as a small business hobby, sewing just kind of on Etsy, or do I expand it and really make it go and try to make something of it? And so for this next year, I thought I would just really make a go of it and chronicle these adventures or misadventures, however you want to put it, and just see what happens. It actually takes a little pressure off, because I'm really not expecting anyone to watch this video. But I ever thought, if you ever wanted to go back and see how it started, this is how it started. So I just thought I'd spend a couple minutes today just explaining, how the business started and where I want to go with it. And then every week I thought I would just do a little check-in with you guys and be this is what we did this week for the business. And it's not advice. I don't know how to start a business. I really have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just making it up as I go. Hopefully some of y'all have advice for me. But I just thought I would just chronicle what we're doing and what we're doing for growth-wise. And so, okay, so what happened was I am actually getting my PhD, believe it or not, crazily as it is, in English literature. And I started back 5 years ago. And man, it is a slog. It is psychologically and physically and mentally a very difficult thing to do to get your PhD in English. I mean, as it should be. You're trying to be a doctor. It probably shouldn't be easy. But it takes a lot out of a girl. And so a couple years ago, I was on winter break, and I've always been a crafter. I paint. I used to paint a lot, but I love all kinds of crafting. And so I decided to go down the resin rabbit hole. And I watch a ton of YouTube, and anyone who watches a ton of YouTube has gone down that resin rabbit hole. And so I decided to go down it. And I fiddle a lot with my hair. And what I was immediately drawn to were these barrette, making UV resin things where there's a mold, or, and you put the resin in the mold, and then you glue the mold onto the barrette. And I loved the concept of it, because you could come up with some beautiful designs. But the problem was the molding gluing portion of it, because if the glue sticks, which it didn't always, it could pop off. But then it also pulled your hair. You would get hairs stuck between the resin and the barrette. And any girl will tell you, anytime your hair gets caught in a hair accessory, is it's painful and it's annoying, and nobody wants to lose their hair that way. And so I started fiddling with alternative ways to make these barrettes. And after about 3 months, not only had I started to perfect what would become the final kind of way I make them, but I had 200 barrettes that I didn't know what to do with. So I have a friend who runs a little shop, and I took him down to the shop, and I was what am I supposed to do with these? And she was I will buy them all from you. And I was shocked. I was oh my God, people love them as much as I do. And so it wasn't long after that I set up my Etsy shop. And the Etsy shop has done what it could do. It gets really good reviews. People seem to really, really like them. But I'm kind of like at an impasse with Etsy. Like I've somehow went to like the bottom of the algorithm. And I hate the idea that I am like kind of the victim of somebody else's computer algorithm. As to whether or not I've been seen. And I know that there's like a lot of videos on how to improve yourself in the algorithm, but it bothers me that I have no control over that situation. So anyway, so over the last few months, I started making my own website, and I got a photographer to take some pictures of my barrettes. And so now here we are. So we got a website and a new website and we got our kind of new pictures and like, where do we go from here? So that's where we sit today. I have some ideas about moving forward, and they're kind of multifaceted. So kind of the first thing I wanted to do was kind of like expand this like social media thing. So I'm going to be doing these weekly videos on YouTube, more or less just talking about the process rather than like the actual barrettes itself. But I presume I will do some videos on the actual barrettes. And then I wanted to do some stuff on like Instagram and TikTok too. I actually tried opening up a TikTok store, but they didn't believe that the barrettes were actually mine that I was making. So they wanted me to prove it by like filming my warehouse and stuff. And I got so irritated by the actual emails, I just deleted the whole thing. I just couldn't be bothered. I was like, my warehouse? I have a desk with a UV light. Like, leave me alone. I hate the idea that I'm like competing with drop shipping people. I wish there was like a better website for like actual like artisans that are out there, but that's another conversation for another day. So improve social media. I really want to do that. And then I have some ideas for like PR boxes. I really want to try to get into some stores, which, there's multiple steps to that. You can't just like, I did just walk into the nest and just kind of sell them breads, but really you have to put together like some kind of packaging so that they can be like displayed properly and everything that goes along with that. So I need like a store starter box, I think. And then I also want to expand actually what I'm selling. So I've been doing the barrettes for a while now, and they're beautiful. They're handcrafted, and they keep really well. They don't pull your hair. They hold your hair. They're like excellent quality. Not to be bragging, but like they're like a great barrette. Now they're a little bit expensive, as you can imagine. I don't want to justify the price on this video, but like they are a little bit expensive, but they're not made for like they could be your everyday barrette because I wear them every day and they will hold up every day. But to me, they're like, someone's like going off to school and you buy them the barrettes of the school colors, or someone's getting married or wedding party, or, like there are special occasions where you buy a better barrette possibly than like going down to like, the drugstore or the grocery store and like picking up 10 for 10 or whatever else. And so these are what my barrettes are. But I've been thinking about expanding it. So like I've been making scrunchies. The scrunchie is amazing. I'm in love with it. I know you're not supposed to get high in your own supply, but can you say that on YouTube? This is amazing. This is like men's dress shirt material, and it feels so good in my hair. It's not like silk necessarily, but there's a silkiness to it. And I put this one is a 3/8 inch elastic in it, so it's a little bit stronger of a pull. Anyways, it's so great. And so I'm going to expand into kind of the scrunchies and then like the ponytail holders. I don't make the ponytail holders necessarily myself, but I know good ones when I see them. And what we don't discuss enough really is that like hair accessories are not friendly to all hair types. I mean, I think the market is so, whatever. It's just saturated with like kind of garbage that we expect them to break and to pull our hair and to be mean to it. And that doesn't have to be the case. But I think you do have to buy the hair accessories that the best fit your hair, like what you're trying to accomplish. And that's a little bit what my website's trying to do. I'm trying to reorganize it so you can buy hair accessories according to like how thin or thick your hair is, or how long or short, and what worked best for you. But anyway, so that's where we stand right now. I do have a lot of things in mind about moving forward, but every day is just another day, and you can only do so much. So, and I mean, I am supposed to be writing my dissertation on top of it, which is, I mean, don't even get me started there. So anyway, so the whole purpose of today was just to say hello and hi, and just put the first video out there and say, like, today's, the first day of the rest of your life, or whatever. It's the first day of the rest of the barrettes. And if you want to find them, the company name is Anne Gabriel, and I have a website, annegabriel.com, and I'm on Etsy at Anne Gabriel Shop, so you can go check them out and look at them and see what they are. And the scrunchies aren't on there yet. I've only have like 5 of these, so I mean, I guess if you want one, just throw me your name, maybe I'll just ship them to you. And it's a little like, I can't believe you're watching the first video. You can just message me and I'll put it in the mail for you. And we'll see where we go from there. And I hope you all have a great day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.